BBC One.
Test your antique knowledge now on BBC One with Michael Parkinson and Going for a Song.
Hello, warm welcome to Going for a Song, where we discover the history behind antiques from around the country. On Mariella Frostup's team today is Anthony Marriott, an auctioneer and valuer from Phillips in Nottingham. Anthony has been in the business for nearly 30 years and he specialised in traditional English antiques from the 18th and 19th centuries. And joining Tony Slattery today is David Hall, also an auctioneer and valuer, but in his case for tenants in Yorkshire. David has a wide knowledge of all antiques, but is particularly interested in collectibles and sporting memorabilia. And where would we be without our own presentation piece? Our resident expert, Eric Knowles. Alan, Tony and David get the objects first. We'd like to keep Tony amused.
Well, I haven't laughed so far. These are like Victorian roller skates, aren't they?
I think that's exactly what they must be. Something along those sort of lines, yes.
And
This obviously...
These are kind of stabilisers, aren't they?
Sort of.
Oh, they're not then?
Well, it seems a good suggestion. I can't think of a better one, to be honest with you. This obviously straps onto the leg, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
And this, obviously, is custom-made for the foot. Are these form a function?
I suppose, do they make it adjustable in length?
Oh. Mine's stamped right.
And mine's stamped left.
How peculiar.
Yes. So where's the other one, then?
I think you got it right, first of all. I think
Yes,
these must be
you've
some
got it
form
right.
of...
That's exactly what they are.
Well. Early roller
Unless they're
skates.
Early roller skates, that's
bicycle
right.
for Princess Margaret, because she's very small. With the smell of gin.
And they are stamped. They are stamped. The Something and Skate Company, Oxford Street, London.
Then we know they're English.
Well, indeed you do. I suspect they weren't in business for very long, though.
What do you reckon the date is? What do you reckon period?
1890? 1900? 1890?
That wouldn't be a bad guess. Yes.
All right.
So Victorians skating through Hyde Park on these.
Yes.
They wouldn't have Walkmans on, would they? They'd
Avoiding
have
the horses.
one of those His Master's Voice things.
on their back.
To their heads.
I mean, it's charming, unusual objects, but what do you say, what would you guess might be a value?
Gracious.
Yeah, would be a guess, wouldn't it, I suppose?
Well, you don't see very many of them, Michael. So, I suppose for uniqueness...
300?
Yeah.
300?
Yeah, it's a good guess.
£300.
£300.
£300, all right. Let's pass them along to Eric. I must
looks
say,
very
I think
precarious,
that'd be a
doesn't
great way of breaking your leg quite
Yeah,
easily, wouldn't
exactly.
it?
They're absolutely intriguing, aren't they?
Yes, they are nice. Pass it down to Eric. Thank you.
It's in very good working order.
I doubt it.
You see, the Americans think they've invented
Guys
this.
known
They
in the
invented the roller skate or the roller blade. But yes, if you were around in 1890, 1900, you would have a pair of Ritter patent skates. And I was looking at some very amusing photographs of a chap wearing these, complete in breeches and flat cap, and making his way precariously down the road. There were about 8 photographs of this chap, and in 6 of them, he was flat on his back. The problem is, I mean, I've not tried them. I was tempted, but once you got over them, and you know, you're on your... it was a dickens of a job to get yourself back up. I mean, these are here obviously to support the leg, because without them, you'd almost certainly break your ankle. But they're a bit thin on the ground, to say the least. Yes, they are English, and what more can we tell you? When it came to value, you're spot on at £300. I'll tell you that for free. We've got 3 points there.
We have a
Michael.
maximum. Well done. The next object, please, to Mariella and to Anthony. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's
This
silver.
is certainly a fine example.
It's not a crown, is it?
This comes from over the water, but not too far across the water. I would say Ireland.
The Emerald Isle.
Looking at that.
What makes
Putting
it
him-
like that?
So,
Putting
well,
hot things in.
it's actually known as a potato ring. And I suppose the Irish and potatoes go together, don't they, rather?
But I don't think people who are having potatoes as a staple diet would have been buying silver rings to put their big cauldron
Well,
on,
probably
would they?
not. Not everyone, no, but certainly in certain grander houses they would. And then you have a dish inside this, obviously. This is a sort of decorative feature, in other words.
It's got marks.
And
I just saw them a minute
there
ago.
are marks here. They are reproduced, these pieces, sometimes in the late Victorian times. But this looks like a genuine 18th century one to me.
What's the mark for Ireland?
That's this one here.
It's like a cladder.
That's the crown on top of the
yeah.
harp. And this is the date letter, which I don't know straight away, but it'll be, I would have thought, somewhere towards the end of the 18th century. 1770 or something like that.
Yeah.
Very nice engraved coat of arms there, isn't there?
Do you think that
That's
means
lovely.
it belonged to somebody special, or...?
Yes, certainly from a titled family, I would suggest. Very nice indeed. Beautifully polished too. And lovely workmanship, isn't there, all the way around? All these,
Really
we
is.
got figures blowing musical instruments and
Little dog here.
little things. They're usually sort of figures as we describe them at country pursuits. It's
This
a rather
woman's
sort of
taking...
catalogue description.
She's taking water from the well, isn't she?
Absolutely, yes.
That's
Yes,
very,
a lovely
very
little
sweet.
bonnet.
So, very collectible.
Very collectible indeed, and fairly rare, I would suggest. So we've got to think about the value, haven't we?
You've done well so
talking?
far.
1,500, 1,800 pounds?
I think probably more, actually.
Really?
Yes. I would be inclined to think more like double that.
Really?
But I might be wrong.
3,000?
I'd go for sort of 3 or even 3.5. Shall we say 3,200?
Why don't we?
Right, well,
I'm not wishing to dictate.
3,000. I think
Do you have other ideas?
You'd have a job on dictating to
3,000 might be around the right figure, but
All right, let's
you're
go for
the
3,000.
expert.
We'll go for 3,000.
Yeah.
We'll bow to Mariella at 3,000.
Oh, no, don't say that. That always means I've got it wrong.
Well, we'll soon find out. Well, yes, of course, it is Irish, and they're often referred to as potato rings. I think, truthfully, I think that they were straightforward dish stands, and the idea that you would place a dish of a certain circumference on this, and also you could turn it over, if necessary, for a dish with that
bit
was wider,
bigger.
a little bit bigger. Thank you. I was
thought
struggling for
help you out
words there.
there.
Thank you. Thank you. But I also concur that I think it's just fabulous. I mean, look at this character here. Not only have you got the sportsman, as they're called, but you can see the flight of geese that he's pursuing up there in the sky. So it's a great piece. You said 1770. Well, in actual fact, 1762. So what's 8 years amongst friends? You actually said when it came to value. Was it 3 or 3
We
2?
decided on 3,000 in the end, I think.
Yes, Anthony said
did.
3-2, Mariella said 3.
Oh, Michael, I know what that means. I know what
It
that
means you were wrong, Mariella. That's what it means.
In fact, it is £3,200. Oh. So there you are. I mean, what can we say? What can we say, Michael? We can say 3 points.
I think we're getting 3 points. Yeah, absolutely. So that's as generous as we get as well. I have to warn both team captains. In the next round, the teams will be given an unusual object. They'll try to guess where it is, and for a point, put a value on it. Alan, please, first to Tony. And to David.
It's a gavel, isn't it? Can we use it?
A gavel to be used only once. Oh, Eric, could I have a tutti frutti and a plain vanilla? What is it? It's a lovely colour, kind of this iridescent green. And
Something inside it. It looks like a spider.
oh no, I think that's just a bit of string.
Oh, right.
A bit of something that's got in there.
Right.
Is it for smoothing something?
No.
All right. Gosh, I mean,
The end's open, which may or may not be relevant.
isn't that just where the glass has been blown?
Well, exactly so, but I mean, it could have been enclosed, couldn't it? It doesn't need to have been opened.
So
at the
something might
side.
have gone...
Maybe there was something meant to be contained
That's
within
Is
there.
it something to do with clothes?
Yes.
Something to do with
It
clothes.
is indeed. Anthony and Mariella.
Would you
You're doing
put
well.
something over it, perhaps, to stretch it, or for a glove, or I don't know.
I'm sure we're on the right track,
You
but
are.
I can't actually just
You
I
are.
think
say
it's
any
a
more
fa-
than that.
What what's a female thing?
We used to
that
have
would
one of
be-
these at home. They're
This
not
is-
exactly like that, but
Did you?
they were quite common, actually.
It's not for heavy use anyway. It's so fragile, you couldn't use it for anything too
But
severe.
the better people,
broken,
the old
or
ladies
is
in the
that
audience
just-
there
Might be a little
nowadays, I'll
broken,
tell
but
you.
I think that's
Give us a
more
clue.
the
I
glass
just wonder whether
thing.
something's been...
No, something. But what's round or?
Stockings?
I think
well
it could
done.
well be, yes.
Oh, it's
for
you put it through
darning-
your stocking
for
so you can
darning.
get it on your foot.
It's for darning.
No, you put it through so you can fix your stockings.
It's for
when they're
darning.
ripped or
Darning, exactly
something,
right.
yeah.
It's just eventually got
It's
there.
for darning, isn't it? It's for darning
Well, that's
socks.
exactly what it is. But the
Marvellous.
mystery, as far as you're concerned, is
Can
how
I
much you
take
pay
it?
for it. But
Yes,
Eric,
I've got a bit of darning to do back in
tell
the
us.
dressing room.
There's not much else to really say. I mean, it's mid 19th century. They're very, very difficult things to date. They're very difficult also to identify as, are they Stourbridge or are they Bristol or whatever. They are English, though, that we do know. But the question is, what do you think it's worth?
yes, how much?
Yeah.
It can't be that much, Tony, no.
Another knock. Add another
Totally
knock.
quiet. Right, all together now. Right. Tony, 120, 150.
Well, this is a £200 little darning object. So
Marielle
lady
and
Marielle
Anthony.
yeah.
1 point to them. Well done. Presently, scores stand to Mariella's team 4 points, Tony's team 3 points. Tie game. Now, the next object, please, which goes to Tony and to David. Thank you.
Oh.
Beep, beep.
Right. This is where all the gentlemen from the audience wish to rush down and play, isn't it?
That's right.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I mean, so often you see these toys
like it,
with only parts remaining. I mean, my philosophy always was that toys were made to be played with, and that's how you should get them. But it is nice to see them when they're relatively complete. Even with the doors slightly loose that come off and go back on again.
This isn't in very good condition.
It's
Before the damage, it was probably...
it's lasted a long time. I won't tell you how long.
doors are meant to come off.
Till Slattery got hold of it, and then it fell apart in his hands.
They are of very basic construction, he said quickly.
Yes.
I mean, pressed tin plate is such a fragile material. I mean, it's not as fragile, obviously, as glass, but, I mean, with endless playing from children, it's not surprising that the doors become a little bit loose and so on.
Thanks.
But
Don't make excuses.
I'm just
for
trying
it.
to give him a bit of a helping hand. But to see the thing complete is really quite exceptional. It is basically a firehouse, or the fire station,
yeah.
and two fire appliances that go in it. One is complete with its 3 firemen sitting on either side of the bank seating, which again is unusual. These so often come loose and you lose them.
What period would you say you're looking at? When was it made?
Well, the maker's name is printed on the side. It's Orbre, or Orbre. I never quite knew how to pronounce it. Made in Germany. And my feeling is that it's not particularly early as tin plate toys go. I think it's probably...
15?
No, it's earlier.
Is it?
Pre-war, Tony.
Is it?
But
Okay,
I can't quite
1910
make up my
something?
mind whether to say 1920 or 1930, but it's that sort of period anyway, I would
Oh, right.
say.
Oh, I wondered which one you were talking about.
All right.
I'm just
How
seeing
much,
if it works. Sorry.
assuming that it survives, how
Quick,
much?
there's a fire! That's Germany for you, isn't it?
How much do you pay for it? How much would you
It's
reckon
quite
it's
crude,
worth?
isn't it?
It is quite crude. It's not the best, but it's nice in its completeness. In good condition, I think this would probably be worth high hundreds.
All right.
Pick 100.
Okay.
800?
Do you, what do you say?
Something like that.
How much?
800?
Tony?
I would have gone slightly lower.
Would you? Oh, my God.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Anybody could do it.
Michael, what's that behind the back?
It's in parts now. What do we say? The price? What do we say?
Over to you.
Isn't it? Yes.
Well, OK, we'll compromise. 700 then.
£700. Okay.
5.
Is that your final bid?
5.
500. 500 he
I'm with the
says.
expert.
It's astonishing to have both fire engines still, isn't it?
It is. It's astonishing that that it survived. It's astonishing it survived from there to here, actually. But yes, it's all there. And it's not a maker that you come across very often. They weren't one of the top makers, were they? It's Oro BR. BR is for Brandenburg. It was a firm composed of Neil, Blechschmidt and Müller. You know, the sort of names that roll off the tongue. Actually, it sounds like the back three, doesn't it, for Germany at the moment? When it came to date, you were yes, a little bit of Caledonian intuition coming into there, because it is actually 1920. It would be very tempting to suggest that you were looking at perhaps 1895 and 1910, but it is just post-war. And all I can tell you is that when it came to value, we have it down here for 500. Wow.
Hold on.
So 3 points, Michael.
Maximum points. Now, the next object, please, to Mariella and to Anthony. Thank you.
The covers lift off.
Oh.
Oh, is that an asp?
Straight from Tutankhamun and all that, isn't it?
Cleopatra.
Oh, this is wonderful. Marvellous.
Well,
Could I just tell you that also that little taper stick lifts out? Okay, so
very
lots of
wide.
hidden covers.
Yes. I think we might take the covers off.
Are we
Where does that come
talking,
off to? It does indeed.
Some sort of desk
is-
set?
Very much a desk, yes, an inkstand or a desk
This would have the
standish.
powder in it, would it?
Yes, it would. And there's a little inkwell in the centre.
And that's for your quills?
Yes,
perhaps?
absolutely. Shall we see if we can turn it out over
Rather
and see
you
if
than
there's
me.
anything to say? A little bit damaged, certainly, but it's a wonderful piece. Marvellous. Terracotta ware, quite clearly, and very Egyptian in style.
But not made in Egypt.
Not made in Egypt, no.
English?
I would say probably English.
I've never seen anything like this before, actually.
Certainly unusual. The glaze is, you see that the whole piece is not glazed apart from the insides of this little piece where the
yes.
quills go. So it's an unglazed piece, but it's a charming piece, and these little sort of cockerel head at this end. What have we got there? Crocodile?
Got a crocodile, yeah. Carrying a little flower on his head,
that's right,
as they
yes.
often do.
Yes. yes. So, an unusual piece, I would say, and in date about 1800.
Really, that early?
I think, something like that. Very much in the sort of Egyptian
Style.
you know, that particular style that was so popular at that time.
And the value?
2,000?
I think slightly less than that, actually. I think more like perhaps 1. But
Oh, I
happy
think
to
it would
bow
be
to
more
you.
than that.
Happy to bow to you.
How much?
What do you say?
£1,500.
All right, we'll say
£1,500.
£1,500.
I feel it might be 2,000, but I'm scared.
It's certainly an unusual piece. You might well be right.
Oh,
We
cow.
shall see.
2,000. 2,000.
2,000.
If I could just take these little bits off, there is a name that I would have searched for, but I couldn't find. But the name I would have expected under there, and I've looked and looked, is not there, is Wedgwood. Because this is a type of ware that was retailed by Wedgwood, known as Rosso Antico. And it's a variation of jasper ware. It is a sort of form of stoneware. And this particular, I love this one, because this is a model on an Egyptian canopic vase. And I think I'm right in saying that's what the Egyptians in ancient times used to put the entrails of. When they mummified a body, the bits that, you know, go in between here and here were stuffed in one of these things, weren't they? To be put back in the afterlife. But there is that wonderful Egyptian influence. This is, yes, 1800, 1810. It's when Napoleon was over there in Egypt, and we tended to follow the French fashion. And we still love the French, despite the fact that we wanted to beat them on the sea and on land. So there it is. It is 1800, 1810. It is English. It is probably Wedgwood. And at £2,000, well, I'm very happy with it. We actually had 18 or 1900. So I have to give you 3 maximum points.
Well done. All right. 1 point in it as we come to the final round, which is where Eric describes a particular object and asks the teams to guess the value. Eric.
Well, teams, this is what may aptly be described as a very useful piece of furniture, dating from 1800 and constructed from mahogany. But what is it, you may well ask? Well, let's start by looking and finding a little lead-lined reservoir. And if you're going to get a reservoir, you're obviously going to get water. And if you're going to get water, then the chances are you're also going to find yourself looking at a washstand. Now, what makes this particular piece interesting is that it's managed to retain, one, its original mirror, and two, it still has its original Staffordshire blue and white basin.
Beautiful.
And complete with original plug. There aren't many of those original plugs about. When it comes to the rest of the construction, well, let us have a look and see what we've got. First of all, a dummy drawer. And what goes under here? But goes under. Yes, this is where you'd put your chamber pot.
It's an early Portaloo.
It is a sort of
Isn't it?
portaloo. You might describe it as that. But it isn't on casters. And then what have we got here? We got another drawer for putting in your bits and bobs. You know, in today you'd put your Carmen rollers in or something like that. And
What kind of a gentleman are you talking about?
and then, yes, this could confuse the issue even further because we have a bidet. Yes, and a bidet with a creamware liner, possibly Wedgwood. Lots of people making this sort of thing, about 1800, and not the sort of thing that was very big in Burnley, I have to tell you, in 1800. When it came, we didn't have bidets.
Or even
No.
1997.
No, we did handstands in the showers. Yes. Sorry about that. Anyway,
What do you mean by that? I don't follow.
I'll explain when you're older.
Okay.
All right. So there it is. We're looking at a George III mahogany washstand, complete with integral bidet and with its original blue and white basin. And the question is, what do you think it might be worth?
That's the question. How much for that lovely furniture? Okay, so, can I have your bids, please?
We're taking a risk.
I'm
Mariella's
ready, but
done
I'm just
hers,
waiting for
Tony.
Okay.
Tony Slattery says 3,000. Mariella Frostrup says 4,000.
'Cause it's unisex.
Unisex. Makes a difference.
It does make a difference. It's actually 4,500.
Well, that was an excellent game, won by Mariella's team by 8 points to 6. But I have to say, it's something of an occasion because it's the first time, certainly on the show in my memory, that we've had the perfect game. In other words, Mariella's team won every single point available. Well, very well done. Excellent. So it was a very good game. Goodbye from Tony Slattery, David Hall, Mariella Frostrup, Anthony Marriott, and of course Eric Knowles. Join us the next time that we're going for a song. Until then, from all of us here, a very goodbye. Bye-bye.